An Indian River County deputy killed in the line of duty.
What an awful day. 6 days before Thanksgiving.
Today, her family and the community she swore to protect coming together to remember her.
She was tough with a lot of grit and a great big huge heart.
A woman known for her strength, loyalty, and heart she carried into every call.
CBS 12 News is live all morning long, honoring the life of Sergeant Terri Sweeting-Mashkow. Hey, good morning. Welcome in here to ARC, Florida, and our special coverage as the Indian River County community says goodbye to Sergeant Terri Sweeting-Mashkow, who passed away 11 days ago here on the job. I'm Matt Lincoln.
And I'm Paige Meyer. She'll be laid to rest following a memorial service that's set to start in just a few hours down the street at the airport. It starts up at 11. Now, it's quiet here now at the sheriff's office, but that wasn't the case about 25 minutes ago. There were hundreds of law enforcement from across our viewing area on motorcycles starting off that motorcade. Take a look at some of that video. Now, you spoke with a few of the deputies here.
Yeah, so they are coming from all over Florida. We saw local deputies from St. Lucie County and Palm Beach County, but also officers from the Palm Beach Gardens Police Department, Boca Raton Police Department, Boynton Beach, Port St. Lucie, and then other parts of Florida, Oviedo, Volusia County, sort of all over Florida. We are seeing these motormen come here today. A lot of them have just left because they're heading off to the families to escort them to the service. Like you said, Paige, starts at 11 o'clock.
And this is all to honor the fallen Sergeant Sweeting-Mashkow. She was a 25-year veteran here at the Indian River County Sheriff's Office.
That's right, you know, and she is certainly well remembered because everyone says the big heart that she had. She's been posthumously honored and promoted as a sergeant. Her husband described her as an amazing woman with a heart of gold. Meanwhile, her cousin Joan Bennett says she dedicated her life to the badge while also being a devoted wife and mother to her teenage daughter and stepson.
She was an amazing mother. And I know that she put her whole heart into her job, her heart and soul, and she was a loyal, beautiful person.
What made her proudest about serving?
Helping the community, and she even helped in the community when she wasn't on duty. She helped them all.
Bennett says she would send Sweeting-Mashkow a prayer on Facebook each day before leaving for work. We also heard from Sheriff Eric Flowers, who says he's worked with Sergeant Sweeting-Mashkow for his entire career.
I can tell you that our team will feel this forever. Terri was an amazing deputy. She had a beautiful heart, and she will be missed. I'm absolutely heartbroken. I've worked my entire career with Terri, and as have pretty much everybody else at the agency. You know, we don't have a lot of people who have been there beyond that time. 25 years is a long time.
Sergeant Sweeting-Mashkow is also known for her love of dogs.
Yesterday, the community began saying goodbye. A steady stream of friends, deputies, and strangers walked into the viewing for Sergeant Sweeting-Mashkow, each carrying their own memories. We spoke with people who came to honor her, many still trying to process the loss.
She had a beautiful smile, and she would do anything for anyone. She was caring, loving, always wanted the best. She always wanted to help people. And I think that's what she did as a law enforcement officer.
It's terrible, terrible grief for the family and for the whole community.
And Terri's life of service unfortunately ended while on the job. 2 Fridays ago must have started just like any other day for Sergeant Terri, but it ended with that heartbreaking of all reminders of the cost that it takes to serve and protect the public every day. The call came in on Friday, November 21st. A mother calling deputies to help evict her son from their home at the Bermuda Club near Vero Beach. This is a beautiful, gated community located between Jimmy Buffett Memorial Highway and the Atlantic Ocean. Deputies Sweeting-Mashkow and Tino Arizpe responded, along with locksmith David Long. Investigators say the shooter ambushed them and opened fire. Sweeting-Mashkow died that day. Long died from his injuries 2 days later, and Arizpe was shot in the shoulder. Video here showing him being released from the hospital 2 days after the shooting, with his family and members of the sheriff's office standing by. The deputies did return fire, and the gunman died the next day from his injuries. A neighbor we spoke with says she's shocked something like this could happen in her neighborhood.
This is not happening here at all. And I think a lot of people are going by, they don't know what's going on, because this is not happening. You don't get evicted in these multi-million-dollar homes. You could sell it. There's no reason to kill somebody over being upset.
Evictions may seem routine, but they're among the most dangerous calls deputies handle. A Princeton review found dozens of law enforcement officers nationwide have been shot or attacked during eviction attempts in just the last 2 years. That Princeton study recorded 80 deaths nationwide linked to evictions since 2021, 30 fatal cases in 2023 alone. The city of Philadelphia temporarily halted evictions for 4 months after 3 eviction-related shootings. And study shows eviction calls are considered one of the highest risk routine civil duties that deputies perform. When deputies serve an eviction notice, a landlord's representative, often a locksmith, must be there to open the door or change the locks. And that's why Long was there that day.
Generally, the locksmith is not going to be the first one on the front lines. Usually the sheriff's deputy will be there to evict the person, and then the locksmith change the locks.
Like Sweeting-Mashkow, Long was known for his dependability, the locksmith that everyone called on.
He was a great guy. He was extremely hard worker. He really, really was. He was no BS. You know, he's one of those guys, but would do anything for anybody.
Now, this is the second time a deputy here at the Indian River County Sheriff's Office was killed in the line of duty. It doesn't happen often, thank goodness, in this community, but it's safe to say that the entire area is really feeling the heartbreak.
This agency's been around for 100 years.
Yeah.
Like I said, just the second time this has ever happened. The first and only time before Sergeant Terry was back in 1986, where Richard Razkowski, a deputy, was shot and killed while responding to reports of a suspicious person in Vero Beach. The suspect was captured days later and is currently sitting on death row. Just 4 months ago, Sheriff Flowers made headlines when he started making a vocal push to the governor to execute Razkowski's killer.
And in the last 10 days, the community has really come together to support Sweeting-Mashkow's family during this time of need.
Yeah, we've seen more than a few fundraisers start up, especially a few that involve her love of dogs,
Yes.
even where she adopted some of her dogs. 2 organizations here teamed up to honor the fallen sergeant. You see on your screen Halo No-Kill Shelter in Sebastian and K9-1 Training and Consultant in Vero Beach held a fundraiser to support Sergeant Terry's family. Both places have personal ties to her. Brian Reimsnyder, the owner of K9-1 Training, also worked at the Indian River County Sheriff's Office with Sweeting-Mashkow.
Watching the heart that she had for these animals, I just think that people, can really appreciate that and just see another side to her that was just so fantastic.
Organizers say 100% of the proceeds go to Sweeting-Mashkow's family.
And that's not the only fundraiser that's helping out her family right now. Bleeding Blue is selling memorial coins as a symbol of gratitude and remembrance. 100% of the proceeds raised here also goes right back to the sergeant's family.
We're just seeing that outpouring of support also on social media and on the funeral home's website, where we have seen so many people that have weighed in on just how much Sergeant Terry meant to them.
On a digital scale, but also last week I was here and they had a beautiful memorial set up out front of the sheriff's office. They also have a really large portrait of the fallen sergeant, of Terry, right in the lobby of the sheriff's office as well. So it's nice that now with this digital footprint it can reach. I know my hometown police department posted it.
Oh, wow.
Across the country, people are really showing their support for her family. So why don't we take a look about people here at home and how they're honoring her?
Yeah, let's read some of those here on your screen. Her former partner, Aaron, posted this, saying she was the best partner he could have ever asked for and an even better friend.
Another former coworker, Michelle, says, quote, Terri had the brightest smile and a genuinely kind heart, the kind that made everyone feel welcome, valued, and seen.
And coworker named Joan says those who knew her behind the badge saw, quote, a loving mother, a devoted sister, a beautiful bride, and a daughter deeply cherished. Every part of you will be missed.
So today is bound to be a very difficult and emotional day. I hope they can find light in honoring her legacy that she now leaves behind. She's so liked by so many and loved by so many.
For sure. Okay, so it's 9:50, about 9:10 right about now.
Yep.
So we know that the family is going to start making their way now to the location of the ceremony, which is Corporate Air Inc. right at the Vero Beach Airport down the street from where we are right now. The media is set to be able to set up at about 9:30, so we'll be able to get our first look inside in about 20 minutes or so. But it's important to remind everyone here that organizers of this event would rather not have a big public push of people come to this event today. This is all they say in order for there to be enough space for her family, for members of the sheriff's office, and for first responders to be there. So the organizers are asking the public instead to show their support by watching a live stream of the service. We are going to be streaming it on our website, cbs12.com, also on YouTube and Facebook. The event begins at 11 a.m. and is expected to end at 1 p.m.
Now, right after that ceremony takes place, the procession for Sergeant Sweeting-Mashkow is going to start up. We have the procession route pulled up on your screen right now, so take a quick look at that. The public isn't allowed to exit until the family and motorcade clear that area. She'll then be buried later today at the Crestlawn Cemetery.
And we also want to note that a celebration of life is scheduled for David Long, the locksmith who died in that shooting. That's Thursday at Calvary Chapel in Vero Beach. Visitation begins at 1 p.m., followed by a service at 2 p.m. Instead of flowers, Long's family is asking that any donations be made to your local Humane Society.
And of course, our prayers go out to the family of everyone impacted. I know it's been a tough almost 2 weeks now. So.
Absolutely, but it's been really kind of jaw-dropping seeing, you know, all of the law enforcement that are here in support. Like you said, Paige, over 100 motormen who are here lined up on their bikes here just leaving.
From 6 a.m. this morning.
They were here for a long time and now on their way to escort the families to the airport. And we're going to have coverage here as the morning goes along. Once again, live streaming it at 11 o'clock. And then, of course, you can also see recaps coming up later on CBS 12 News.
All right. Well, we'll have more after this break.